What's up guys, it's me Jeremy. Every now and then it can be pretty normal to lose your lane. Maybe you messed up, maybe you got camped, or maybe your opponent is just playing better than you. Whatever the reason, how you handle the situation can change the outcome of the game significantly. Let's get started. I'm sure we've all been on the receiving end of some of the worst players that do that. They feed their lane, they give up, and they complain all game, making excuses after excuse. That type of person is just so damn hard to carry, because their attitude makes them completely useless. At that point, the game is pretty much just a 4v5. However, if you feed your lane, and your team does okay, being carried is actually not that hard. People just think it is, since they make such a big deal out of feeding and just totally overreact, making being carried almost impossible. If you take these steps, you can still be a significant factor in your game even if you get completely stomped in lane. The first thing you need to do is get your attitude together. Don't blame the jungler, don't rage at your teammates, simply just blame no one. Blaming no one is a way to get out of the negativity that inherently comes with feeding. Most people don't really mind feeders, but everyone hates a rager, and it just bogs the overall game environment down so much. So when you feed, but still have a positive attitude, it can make the team environment that you have completely fine. The next thing you need to do is to become a support. Due to the nature of the support role, they are ridiculously easy to carry. Supports are supposed to be carried. They carry the laning phase and then they get carried later on. That's just the nature of the support role. So if you feed your lane, you can become a support by building tanky and peeling for your carries. In teamfights, you simply just don't try to assassinate enemies or make plays, you instead defend your allies. Doing that in teamfights will allow you to still have an impact, since if the carries have you peeling for them, it significantly improves their survivability by a ton, and can make them unstoppable in teamfights if they performed well in lane. Also at that point you're going to be pretty far behind, and you definitely won't be able to make plays by yourself, so you really do want to truly play like a support, meaning that you shouldn't try to make plays by yourself and just stay with your team. Your playstyle really just needs to be that of a support outside of the laning phase. And lastly, you want to make sure that you don't go on tilt. For those that don't know, going on tilt is when you're making mistakes and you get mad at yourself for making those mistakes, and then it just snowballs and your play becomes terrible since you're so mad at yourself. You can avoid going on tilt by realizing it and calming yourself down, or by simply just not being too hard on yourself. If your team is doing okay, you should not give up faith and just keep trying to do your best and make yourself as easy as possible to carry, because after all, it's solo queue, anything can happen. My name is Jeremy, and that's it for my video on making yourself easier to carry. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out some of my others on the screen right now. I'd love it if you could support me with a like, and make sure to subscribe for some more awesome content in the future if you enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.